UK new car registrations were up to 23.5% in November compared to the same month last year, according to the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders. Sales were marked by strong demand for electric and company vehicles. How will this impact UK's roads? Our transport correspondent, Nick Dunnings, has been following the story and is joining me in the studio. So, Nick, what do we need to know?
Well, November does appear a bumper month for car sales, but we do need to give some context here. Last year, manufacturers were beset by global supply issues, which held down the sales. So actually this year they're 8.8% lower than in 2019. But what is interesting about these figures is the fact that they are being driven by electric vehicles. They're accounting for over a quarter of sales in November, which is the highest proportion ever.
So, what are the implications of increasing sales?
Well, I spoke with Mike Horse, the chief executive of SMMT, who said recovery for Britain's new car market is back within our grasp, energised by electrified vehicles and the sector's resilience in the face of supply and economic challenges. As the sector looks to ensure that growth is sustainable for the long term, urgent measures are required, not least a fair approach to driving EV adoption that recognises these vehicles remain more expensive, and measures to compel investment in a charging network that is built ahead of need. By doing so, we can encourage consumer appetite across the country and accelerate the UK's journey to net zero. So basically what he's saying there is that for electric vehicles to be desirable, they need to be convenient, which means ramping up our charging capacity.
And are there plans in place?
Well, some are criticising the government as not serious, because it did reveal a design for public chargers, lauded them as on a par with our iconic post boxes and telephone boxes, only then to scrap it. The Department for Transport says it helped raise awareness and generate excitement for the UK's electric vehicle programme, but is now not intended for manufacture or deployment. The government does target 300,000 public chargers in place by 2030, but the SMMT says that's unlikely. Ministers did announce a plan back in March to support renters to install chargers at home, and all new homes built must have charge points installed as well.
So that was Nick Dunning, our transport correspondent. Thank you.